Hey, how's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So today I'm going to tell you probably my oldest and saddest eBay story, I guess, that I can think of right now off the top of my head. I've been using eBay since I think my first original account, which I still have, since 2000. And back then it was interesting. I would use it mostly to get things like really cheap, uh, like I get comic books on there. I remember I was trying to get Spider-Man 300 and X-Men 266 way back in the day, and that was my first real experience with eBay. I sold like my Pokemon cards when I was a kid on there. I also got I remember I got like a CD player for my car in there because it was just too expensive in the store. So things like that. I would use it here and there, just more for like thrifty buying and stuff like that. So I moved out, and this is probably like '04, probably '04, '05. And during this time, people would still send cash via eBay, like in the mail. I remember like selling stuff and people would just give me an envelope, or I'd buy stuff and I'd fold it up so no one could see in between papers and send it. Like, it's weird to think about that. Like, even like nickels and dimes and things like that, just folding up and trying to make it so it wouldn't be too padded so people could tell that there's money in there, and roll up with the invoice or whatever I was buying. So I moved down on my own. I lived in a 3-bedroom apartment with anywhere between 6 and 8 other guys. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, one time, and this is 900 square foot 3-bedroom apartment. It was really small. I remember in the master bedroom at one point we had 4 of us living. We had like 2 bunk beds, just living. I mean, we're pretty much poor, and I worked at a clothing store, and I made minimum wage, which is like $8 an hour, and I was excited when I was able to get like 30 hours a week, and I was making somewhere around, like, after taxes, like $800 a month, and my rent was around $200, and that included utilities. But anyways, I lived with my brother, and my computer for some reason like broke or something like that, and I was using his computer, and then he needed to sell it to make money. I used it for like a few months, and he's like, "Hey, I need to sell it because I need money." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Just because it was always a temporary thing I was supposed to buy." So I was saving and saving and saving whatever I could, and so I can't remember how much it was. It might have been like 450, I think it was 400, 450. And I went on eBay and I found a Mac Mini and an iPod. And I always wanted an iPod because I had like a ton of music and I wanted to listen to my music when I was other places. And I was super excited. I won an auction. It was around 450, I think, for the pair. And I waited and waited and waited. And I get this little package in the mail. I'm like, "Oh, what is this?" And I open it up, and it's like this cutout that you can fold and tape together that makes a Mac Mini and an iPod, like a 3D cutout. It was straight up a scam, obviously. Like, someone's just like, they might as well have sent me nothing. It was pretty much just a picture of a computer and an iPod. That's all it was. And I was just like, I was so like devastated. And I called eBay. This is before they had the buyer's protection program. And I called eBay. I'm like, "Look, I got scammed. Like, he's not returning my emails. Well, we'll just try to contact him." I tried calling the number I think they gave me. Nothing. The guy just straight up scammed me. And I was like, "Look, I've been using you for years, and like, this is terrible. You need to do something." And they're like, "Well, we have this program where we will give you some money back if it warrants it." And I'm like, "Well, okay, does my case warrant it?" He's like, "Yeah, since you got straight up scammed, we can give you, but the most we can give is $150. That's the max that we go up to." And that was it. And so for like 450, which probably took me 3 or 4 months to save up, uh, yeah, I got 150 back. I ended up just using that 150, giving it to my brother. He gave me a deal on his computer, so I mean, I still got a computer, but it was an older computer, and I didn't get my iPod. So it was pretty devastating, especially during that time when I had like no money, and I was making barely anything, living with a million people, just like pretty much on top of each other. And I write music, so I needed the computer to like write music on and do the programs. So that pretty much sucked. That's probably like one of my oldest scam stories on eBay. So I'm curious what stories you guys have. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have tons of terrible stories. I have other stories too, but I'll save them for another video. You know, one story per video, let's just say. But in the end, years later, I ended up getting a decent job with a doctor, and the first thing I bought was an iPod. So, but now they're obsolete. I think I still have my iPod somewhere, just collecting dust like a massive thing. But yeah, they're pretty much obsolete at this point. But yeah, let me know some of your crazy stories on eBay. I'm curious. I'd like to hear them. So put them in the comments below. Yeah, so this is a quick little video. Thanks for watching.